the Southern Tier's #1 local news. This is 12 News This Morning.
Good morning, everyone, and thanks for being here with us on this Monday. I'm Jess Liptzin. Hope your weekend was nice. The weather sure did hold up for the most part. A lot of opportunity to go outside and enjoy that warm weather. So let's see how it will be looking outside today as we send it over to meteorologist Connor Thompson. And Connor, surely we're not going to be ending this month the way we started this month with just a lot of dry weather.
You might be foretelling something. You might have a future as a forecaster, because you'd be right. Looking at no significant concerns here as we end the month of September. Satellite radar showing nothing happening. Even the wider view showing this area of weak disturbance to the south of us here, pushing through the Carolinas up towards southern Virginia. That is pushing in some clouds here to our neck of the woods, but really not going to impact our weather today or for the foreseeable future. Temperatures in the 40s and 50s, 51 in East Sydney Lake and in Delhi, looking at 46 in Oneonta, 48 in Starruckham, 47 in Conklin, looking at 41 currently up in Cortland, 50 in Vestal, 44 in Plymouth, and 48 over in Sherburne. That bus stop forecast today, sunny skies, some fog early on. That sunshine remains, looking at temperatures in the mid-70s, and it is looking like another gorgeous stretch of weather here. But we are tracking temperatures cooling down as we begin the month of October, giving us the risk of maybe even seeing some frost heading on into the end of the work week. We'll let you know what we can expect coming up in about 15 minutes.
All right, thank you, Connor. New York City Mayor Eric Adams is ending his re-election bid. Adams announced his decision on social media Sunday. The move comes after Democratic nominee Zohran Mamdani, a Democratic socialist, took a stunning win in June's Democratic primary over former New York Governor Andrew Cuomo. Cuomo allies have long pushed Adams to withdraw to give himself a better chance against Mamdani in November. The end of Adams' re-election campaign comes less than 4 years after he took office, describing himself as the future of the Democratic Party.
I cannot continue my re-election campaign. The constant media speculation about my future and the campaign finance board's decision to withhold millions of dollars have undermined my ability to raise the funds needed for a serious campaign.
Mamdani posted a video of his reaction to Eric Adams withdrawing, narrowing down the field of candidates.
And to Andrew Cuomo, you got your wish. You wanted Trump and your billionaire friends to help you clear the field. But don't forget, you wanted me as your opponent in the primary too. And we beat you by 13 points. Looking forward to doing it again on November 4th. Hope you're well.
And like you just heard there, Election Day is November 4th this year. An ICE officer has been relieved of his current duties after he shoved a woman into a wall and then to the ground at an immigration court in New York City. The Department of Homeland Security's assistant secretary says the officer's conduct was unacceptable. Videos showing the incident had prompted outrage and calls for disciplinary action. These photos show parts of the altercation. In one video shared on social media, a woman and a girl are seen clinging with locked arms to a man, reportedly the woman's husband, who is being detained on Thursday. One masked agent grabs her hair as someone says, "Just grab her, and pull her away." Moments after separating the woman and the man, she is removed from the hallway and into a nearby room. It's unclear how long she was in the room. The video resumes with her in the hallway speaking to a federal agent saying, "You guys don't care about anything," in Spanish. As the college school year has started and been underway, there have been many shooting hoaxes, with another at a Pennsylvania school yesterday. Rick Sayer has more from students on campus.
Police are working to determine who's behind what they're calling a false swatting call. It was a computer-generated call to local police saying there was a shooter on campus with a gun near the library. It prompted a massive search that students are thankful came up empty. Suddenly caught in the middle of the growing police swarm, officers gave student Brian Wisniewski clear instructions. Get down and stay down.
I was definitely a little scared. My first thoughts went to, where's my sister at?
Officers ran into the Grove City College's library, telling students to leave their bags and get out. Wisniewski was already outside.
I continued to sit there until a campus safety officer said, probably shouldn't be sitting right here. At that point, I moved up towards the student union, just kind of locked myself in a room.
It's what students did across the campus as it went into a precautionary lockdown.
We didn't really know what to think.
I mean, I thought it was pretty crazy. Obviously, it was really scary at first because when you got conflicting reports, you don't know if it's an active shooter, if it's a hoax, or what's going on.
Word came around 7 that the lockdown had been lifted 3 hours after the call came in. Police say it appears it was all a hoax.
I was relieved. It's kind of crazy that someone would, do something like that.
Police say they searched buildings across the campus and found no evidence to confirm the report of a shooter. A statement from the school says police tell them there have been a number of swatting incidents across the region today.
Doesn't surprise me. People do horrible things all the time, and, it is unfortunate. It draws law enforcement resources away from where actual crime may be occurring.
At a small college in western Pennsylvania, someone might think students would feel something like this wouldn't happen here.
I really wish that I could, but a lot of recent events and just kind of the way things have been shifting in this country, it didn't come as a huge surprise. I mean, I know this college in particular, being so openly conservative, so openly Christian, does make it sort of a target. And I absolutely could see someone at least phoning in a call like this to raise some panic.
In his moment of fear, sitting amongst the lights, he says he could only pray for the best. Students told us that it was important to separate fact from rumor and avoid speculation, especially in the early hours here. We can also tell you that there were no injuries reported, as well as that classes are scheduled to take place normally.
Police have identified the suspect in the shooting and the fire at the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints in Grand Blanc is 40-year-old Thomas Sanford. A short time after the shooting, police descended on Sanford's home in Burton on Atherton. The bomb squad was called to the scene. Randy Tronson lives a few houses down and says Sanford has helped him out a few times.
Like I said, he's been here a couple of times, plowed the driveway, and I bought firewood from him. It was right. You never thought something like that would happen around your house, but you know what happens.
And with your brief encounters with this man, you're surprised that he could be the suspect?
Yeah, I am really surprised, because he seemed like a nice guy.
While police searched Sanford's home, members of the church gathered at the Trillium Theater, not far from the church in Grand Blanc, offering support. In Southport, North Carolina, 3 people are dead, 5 others hurt after shots were fired from a boat on the Cape Fear River into a waterfront bar. CBS's Skylar Henry is there with details on the chilling attack.
Coming from a subject on the boat, possibly in the Southport Marina.
Deadly gunfire targeted diners at American Fish Company in Southport, North Carolina.
At least 6 people down.
Investigators say around 9:30 Saturday, the suspected shooter opened fire from a boat into the crowd gathered at the waterfront bar and grill.
We observed a boat sitting out front, which was just odd that he's sitting right there.
Nearby business owner Todd Weaver told us he spotted a boat in the water moments before the shooting started.
I hunkered against that wall. Everybody else was running out. I called 911 as fast as I could. As soon as the bullet stopped, I was going in, seeing the boat go down the intercoastal waterway with no lights on.
Today, authorities said the suspected shooter is Nigel Edge, a combat veteran living with PTSD. Police claim the 40-year-old gunman escaped the scene on boat heading toward Oak Island, a nearby coastal town where he lived. The Coast Guard later arrested Edge at a public ramp.
This is highly premeditated from what we're seeing at this time, and we feel there are no other threats to our community, that we do have someone in custody.
Edge is facing numerous charges, including 3 counts of first-degree murder and 5 counts of attempted first-degree murder. He's set to face a judge on Monday. Skylar Henry, CBS News, Southport, North Carolina.
When it comes to money, many Americans are choosing to invest in the stock market. Information from the Federal Reserve shows 45% of households' financial assets in the second quarter of this year were invested in stocks. Some of those investments are part of mutual funds or retirement plans that Americans own. The Fed's data shows this is the highest investment in stocks than ever before. Economists say while many Americans might be happy about their holdings, they see potential problems. They say a market downturn could hit Americans' finances pretty hard, in part because it comes at a time when the labor market is fragile and inflation is still sticking around. Economists also warn that wealthy Americans are benefiting right now from stock investments, and wealthy Americans in turn help drive the economy. They make up nearly 50% of consumer spending. A new study says severe food insecurity is on the rise in the D.C. area after the Trump administration's federal job cuts. As of May, 36% of households surveyed had experienced food insecurity over the last year, according to the Capital Area Food Bank. The problem is worse for households impacted by federal job loss. The study said 41% were food insecure, with 2/3 of those households indicating they experienced the worst level. People in this category are reducing the size of their meals or skipping them altogether. The time now is 6:40, and coming up on 12 News this morning, we have a few stories about food, including one recall to check for your freezer. But first, let's take a look outside at a foggy downtown Binghamton this morning. It's the Skycam on Security Mutual Life Building, and we have your full forecast after the break.
Energy Savers announces the grand opening of our Southern Tier location. It's time to update old windows and save money on energy cost. Sunrise windows are the most advanced, energy-efficient windows you can buy. There's a variety of colors and styles. Plus, get a lifetime warranty. For a limited time, buy 8 windows, get 1 free. Call 607-821-0779 or visit EnergySaversSouthernTier.com now.
It's time for the Matthews Auto Walkathon to benefit local children's charities. Saturday, October 4th, all day. Matthews will donate $10 for every mile walked, as well as match cash donations. Help us reach our goal of over $150,000. Join us in person at the Rail Trail in Vestal or Weiler Park in Norwich and start walking for a very good cause.
From the nicest man in Mayberry.
I'm an honest man and an honest sheriff.
To the biggest mouth in Queens.
You're gonna love this!
You won't find a better sheriff.
Well, shucks.
Or a worse neighbor.
That's the dumbest thing I ever heard in my life.
The Andy Griffith Show, weeknights at 8.
I think you're the best sheriff in the whole world.
And All in the Family, Sundays at 8.
Get lost.
Weekends and weeknights on Binghamton's MeTV.
The news from Texas is heartbreaking. In the face of such unimaginable loss, the only thing left to do is to help where we can. International Medical Corps is partnering with the Texas Association of Community Health Centers to make sure that people who have lost so much can still get the care they need. Help us bring health and hope to people who are suffering. Visit internationalmedicalcorps.org to find out how.
The Southern Tier sweats headlines, and WBNG is pouring them straight, no chaser. Autria, she has the facts, crisp as a starch collar and sharp as a switchblade. She knows the who, the what, and the why. And tonight, she's got a story that'll stop your clock at 11. And Howard? He's the guy who reads the sky like a gumshoe reads a suspect. Storm's rolling in, and he's got the radar to prove it.
You might want to keep that umbrella close by, sweetheart.
12 News at 11.
It's not just the news, it's the whole story.
The wedding of the year. Selena Gomez marries music producer Benny Blanco. All the behind-the-scenes action, from the wedding dress to the top-secret location. Next in Sun Edition.
Tonight at 7:30 on WBNG.
Catch 12 Sports all week long right here on WBNG.
This is 12 News This Morning.
Hillshire Brands, the maker of popular meat items, is recalling some of its products. Federal inspectors with the Agriculture Department made that announcement over the weekend. The company says it will recall 58 million pounds of corn dog and sausage on a stick products. The items could contain pieces of wood. The products were sold online and shipped to stores across the country. The recall came after the company received several complaints. At least 5 people were hurt. The company says shoppers who have these products should either throw them out or return them to a store for a refund. Now I'm going to try to not look at that thing behind me because that is terrifying. It sounds like something out of a horror movie. The larvae of a type of fly nests in the wounds of warm-blooded animals, including humans, and slowly eats them alive. Even the name can make your skin crawl. Wonderful. New World screwworm. And the latest case of the flesh-eating parasite was just detected in a cow less than 70 miles from the U.S.-Mexico border. Valeria Leon is in Mexico City with more on what this means.
Alarm bells went off this week when the parasite was discovered in the northern state of Nuevo León, a few miles away from the U.S.-Mexico border. This region is hoping to skirt the difficulties the South is having with its livestock.
The last time Mexican rancher Fidel Gutierrez watched one of his animals die from screwworm was 30 years ago. Now the flesh-eating parasite is back with a vengeance.
We've watched the screwworm wipe out everything.
The parasite first reappeared in November from Guatemala. Now it's devastating cattle herds in the southern Mexican state of Chiapas, and the U.S. closed its border to cattle exports in May. Most cases remain in the south, but this week a parasite was discovered in the northern state of Nuevo León, just 17 miles from the U.S. border.
An outbreak of the New World screwworm in the state of Texas is estimated to cost U.S. livestock producers approximately $1 billion.
With pressure mounting from the U.S. to control the infestation, Mexico is blaming illegal cattle crossings along its remote southern border.
They come in through the area of Benemérito de las Américas.
In the town of Benemérito de las Américas, the economy depends largely on smuggling livestock.
This is one of the illegal cattle crossings from Central America to Mexico. Smugglers use this spot hidden in the jungle along the Sumacinta River on the Mexico-Guatemala border to slip cows into Mexico every day.
The U.S. and Mexico signed emergency measures in September to quell the crisis and eventually reopen the border to Mexican cattle.
This week, Mexico's President Claudia Sheinbaum said she hopes that the border would be reopened to cattle exports in November, as both U.S. and Mexican governments agreed in a statement released last month. But with the new case discovered this week, the reopening might be delayed a few more months. I'm Valeria Leon in Mexico City.
Well, as we begin our Monday here, it's like what we saw the previous 16 days before the 3-day stretch last week where we saw rain. Yeah, nothing happening here. Clear skies here across the region. Wider view showing maybe a few high clouds will work their way on in during the afternoon, but we are still looking at mostly sunny skies here throughout our Monday. Overlooking the southern tier here from our tower cam, yeah, some fog overtaking the area, so make sure you do give yourself some extra time here as you head out the door. Temperatures in the 40s and 50s. 48 in Harpersville, 47 in Conklin, 47 in Whitney Point, 48 over in Owego, 46 in Oneonta, 45 in Norwich, looking at 46 in Ithaca, 51 in Delheim for friends off to the east near the Catskills, Stamford, Roxbury at 46, Margaretville at 49. So take a look at that bus stop forecast today, send your kids off to school. Mostly sunny skies, some foggy conditions, but we are looking at some nice conditions overall. Sunshine remains throughout the afternoon. Temperatures well above average with those highs reaching into the mid-70s. So taking a look at the surface analysis here, what are we looking at? Why are we seeing this weather? Well, high pressure remains in control here. Now, we do have a weak cold front to the south of us. As that continues to push its way on off to sea, we are going to see, again, some high-level clouds. High pressure will remain in control, though. I want to point out this cold front to the north of us. It's not really going to impact us all that much. What we are going to see some cooler temperatures start moving on in. High pressure will remain, but keep in mind, as we enter October, average highs are going to be in the lower 60s, and you'll notice coming up in just a second here that those temperatures will drop, and we are looking at some more seasonal temperatures ahead. But you'll notice, rain-wise, not looking at much of anything significant. Zeros across the board heading on in to the next couple of days. Take a look at the forecast highs today in the mid-70s for Tuesday as well. But you'll notice Wednesday and Thursday, that's when that cold front moves through. Again, some cooler Canadian air moving on in thanks to the location of that high pressure. Looking at temperatures right where they should be for this time of the year. As you can see, the average high is 64 degrees. But much like previous weather patterns, warmth does return here as we enter Friday into Saturday. But with these cooler temperatures midweek, we are looking out for the risk of some frost here developing as we head on into Wednesday night. Now, I'm going to say scattered frost here. Still not going to be a widespread issue. We are looking at maybe some locations staying in the lower 40s. But a lot of us are going to be in the mid to upper 30s, given the clear skies, calm winds, and the location of that high pressure. I would not be shocked to see the first widespread frost for the majority of us here across the region. So that 7-day forecast showing not a whole lot happening. Warmth here for today and tomorrow with some mostly sunny skies. Straight up sunshine Wednesday. Thursday, sunshine as well. We see those temperatures been on the cooler side, lower 60s here. As we head on into the end of the week, into the weekend, the warmth returns, looking at above average temperatures Friday through Sunday with plenty of sunshine. The only real weather concern this week is the risk of frost hanging into Thursday. So if you have any sensitive plants, just make sure you keep a close eye on them. Otherwise, quiet and beautiful weather here as we end September and begin October.
Yeah, Thursday is looking like it'll get a little cold, but that's kind of the average, actually, this time of year.
Yeah, welcome to October. It's just weird to say that begins on Wednesday, which means Halloween is going to be close. And when Halloween's close, that means Thanksgiving's close, which means snow is getting closer and closer.
And then it's next year. Okay, the time now is 6:50. And before we head to break, here are some people remembering in our community today.
We are deeply honored to share the upcoming funeral details for people who made up the fabric of our incredible community.
I'm William Mattar. If you've been injured in a motor vehicle crash, call my firm right now. Any time of day, 24/7. Injury crashes don't keep business hours, and neither do we. Hurt in a car? Call William Mattar, 444-4444.
Irresistibly smooth chocolate to put the world on pause. Lindor, made to melt you by the Lindt Master Chocolatier.
When most people think about tile, they think of this. At Rome Bath, when we think of tile, we think of this. We're taking tile to the next level with our large slab Italian porcelain showers. Beautiful, luxurious tile with dozens of patterns to choose from, installed in as little as one day. Best of all, our porcelain showers have no grout, so that means easy cleaning. If you want a bathroom that truly stands apart, call Rome Bath Remodeling and let us show you what's possible.
If you're buzzed and doing this to make yourself feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive.
Tune in to 12 News at 12 p.m. to catch me on your screen.
But really, we know that you're here to actually watch me.
I don't think so. I think they're here for me.
Agree to disagree.
Why would they be here to see you? I'm the anchor.
Yeah, they sit through your stuff so they can watch me.
What is that supposed to mean? I feel like I'm carrying the show every single day.
You're not carrying anything. I'm the weather. I carry everything.
All the time.
12 News at noon. We're just like family. Catch the 12 at 12.
I'll come back later.
From where it happens.
Make yourself known now. 83-10-1 in traffic pursuit.
Oh my God, here.
To where you live.
I'm T. Chappelle.
And I'm Lee Zurich.
Investigate TV Plus begins with real people.
We uncover real problems, issues that affect us all.
Go, go, go.
They'd be outgunned, wouldn't they?
They would definitely be outgunned.
Do they have too much control? Oh, they do.
And real solutions that help keep your family safe.
It's a serious threat to patients.
It should be terrifying to all of us.
It could be worse.
The FDA is taking a look at it.
We investigate stories that impact you.
And inspire change every day.
Something is broken.
Why are they hiding it?
The top of the car was ripped like a can opener.
Show me your hands.
They're dropping the ball, in your opinion.
Exactly.
My daughter was dying in front of me.
What was your reaction when he said that?
I was shocked.
Investigate TV Plus. Weekdays at 4:30. Only on WBNG.
Next ET, behind the scenes of Kelly Clarkson's daytime talk return. Plus,
it was a dream.
Julia Roberts, Andrew Garfield, and Io Adebri kick off the New York Film Festival. Next ET.
Tonight at 7 on WBNG.
You're watching 12 News. This is 12 News This Morning.
Welcome back, and thanks for sticking with us throughout the morning. If you're headed out the door, we are approaching 6:55 this morning. Super Bowl 60 is months away, but we now know who will be performing at the halftime show. It's three-time Grammy Award winner Bad Bunny. The NFL and Apple Music made the announcement on Sunday evening. Bad Bunny recently released his last album in January. It was his 6th solo album. Rumors had swirled for months that another pop singer, Taylor Swift, might headline the halftime show. She is engaged to Kansas City Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce, but who Who doesn't know that by now? Earlier this month, NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell hinted Swift might be the halftime performer during a TV interview, but that did not happen, and Bad Bunny will now headline the show. Singer Dolly Parton announced she has to postpone her upcoming residency in Las Vegas. She was scheduled to perform at Caesars Palace in December, but she revealed on social media she's dealing with some health issues and will have to undergo a few procedures to get them corrected. The 79-year-old said she won't be able to put in the rehearsal time she needs and wants to put on the show that everyone is expecting to see. Parton says she has no plans to retire, but says this is a sign she might need to slow down. It's unclear when she might reschedule those shows. A morning cup of Joe, whether it's the aroma, the energizing boost, or just the ritual of drinking coffee, many of us can't start the day without it. Now it's time to celebrate our favorite beverage because Monday is National Coffee Day. Here's how you can score some free or discounted coffee to honor the day. Dunkin' is offering a free medium hot or iced coffee when you order through their app. Krispy Kreme is offering all guests a free medium hot or iced coffee and a free donut of choice with no purchase necessary. And Starbucks will give you 100 bonus points in their app when you buy any brewed coffee in any size. Just take me to a diner and just have a black cup of coffee. That is my way to go. The time now is 6:56. Here's a live look outside, a beautiful look out there this morning. We'll be back after the break.
Stanley Steamer cleans carpet, tile, hardwood, upholstery, air ducts, and more. Leaders do things the right way. That's why we use the most powerful trucks and the best trained technicians in the industry. When you need the best quality whole home deep cleaning, call 1-800-STEAMER.
Groceries and bills, all on my credit card. I can't keep up. I finally feel like I can breathe again.
Ready for the big sale? Hesselson's will be closed on Wednesday for setup. Hesselson's tent sale will have huge savings on hunting clothing, work and hunting boots, general clothing, hot tubs, swimming pools, and much, much more. Hesselson's annual tent sale will begin this Thursday at 9 a.m. and ends Sunday at 3 o'clock. This is the perfect time to do your holiday shopping and stock up on all of your clothing and footwear needs. But don't forget, Hesselson's will be closed on Wednesday to prepare and set up for this big event. Remember, it's always fun to poke in the corners at Hesselson's.
From communities coast to coast, these are your stories, and no one covers them like Local News Live.
Spring storms are ravaging the South.
Every day, all day, stream the stories that have you talking near and far.
We're actually standing on State Street.
The ones that matter to you and your family.
You're cutting in to take a live look at the New York Stock Exchange.
From hundreds of local reporters and meteorologists spanning the country who know the streets and the people.
Happening now, there's an active shooter situation at Florida State University.
News as it happens from all sides.
Republicans went 2 for 2 tonight.
Live and local.
We can see some of the aftermath from Friday's fire.
Find it on the all-new Local News Live streaming app. Search LNL. On your TV, on your phone. It's fast. It's free.
Thanks for joining me on Local News Live. I'm Deborah Alfarone.
Local News Live. Your nation. Your neighborhood. Always streaming. Always free.
We hope you have a wonderful day, and thanks for being here for 12 News.
Have a great day, and stay dry. I missed the whole broadcast.
Don't worry, you can catch up with everything on our website, WBNG.com.
Really? Oh, yeah. You can find the latest news, weather, and sports anytime online. Awesome. Thanks, WBNG.
You'll also find local events, newscasts on demand, around the tiers, and much more. Got a question? Click on the Contact Us tab to talk with our team.
Visit WBNG.com.
Dodge City. There ain't no better place for true hospitality.
Dodge is a great little town. Well, let's get out there and see just how rough it is.
Gunsmoke.
Weekdays on Binghamton's Me TV.
Stanley Steamer's air duct cleaning process goes deep, cleaning your entire system. If you've never had your air ducts cleaned or it's been a few years, now's the time. With the most certified technicians and best trucks in the industry, it's a clean only Stanley Steamer can provide. Call or click to schedule your appointment.
Welcome back, and let's take one more look at the weather this morning.
Yeah, nothing really happening. A lot of sunshine here Monday through Sunday. You know, temperatures starting off our week today and tomorrow in the mid-70s, well above average. Cooling down a bit heading on to Wednesday and Thursday. Watching for the risk of maybe some patchy frost to scattered frost Thursday morning. but those temperatures start warming right back up as we head on into the weekend. Temperatures warming up into the mid to upper 70s by Sunday. So a quiet stretch of weather here. The only main weather concern is the risk of frost. Hang on into Thursday morning.
I have no shame in saying this. The Jets Super Bowl is today. It's the biggest game of the season. We will beat the Dolphins. Thanks for joining us for 12 News this morning. CBS Morning's coming up next.
Have a great day.